going? It is Charles Botenston with yet another book review. We are just making sure it's been a long day. It's around 9:30 here in the New York City apartment of myself. Today we're going to be reviewing something that I thought it was strictly written by Bob Proctor, so I bought it immediately. I bought it at full price. I said, anything by Bob Proctor, I need to buy. Bob Proctor I'm obsessed with this guy's literature, with his audio tapes, his videotapes. Anything that he puts out, I'm a huge fan. I'm going to buy it. So this is actually written and co-written by Bob Proctor and Greg Reed. It's called Thoughts Are Things. And this recently came out. His other book, which is somewhere, You Were Born Rich. So this was his book quite some time ago, and this was absolutely incredible. This changed my life. This changed how I thought of wealth, how I thought of thinking. And then I started going into his YouTube clips. Then I started buying some of his other DVDs, which are expensive. And then I bought Thoughts Are Things. So out of Bob Proctor's books, I think he has another one out there. I don't know if I ordered it, but I will. But I would highly recommend this one because this is actually changing your mindset towards wealth. And I know I'm putting up You Are Born Rich. This is just people that thought and then they became wealthy. That's the easiest way I could put it. There's really nothing practical, and it sounds bad, but there's really nothing practical in here that I just said, I'm going to apply this, because there's nothing new. It's just stories of people that have failed and then gotten over it and everything else. And to be honest, they don't really discuss thoughts either. It's a good book because the people that they talk about are very wealthy. You're talking about millionaires and billionaires, but there's really nothing new. I wouldn't really recommend it if you've been an avid reader either of Bob Proctor, Herb Ecker, John Kehoe, David Schwartz. There's a bunch of guys up there and gals that have written books on thinking, like the other one, which is Think and Grow Rich, which is right here. Your Thoughts Are Things. This book just didn't do it for me. There wasn't any step-by-step. There wasn't, you should do this. It was just, it began with a story of someone that's wealthy. This was every chapter. It began with a story of someone that's wealthy that did something, and then they quote them for the rest of the chapter, and they did that multiple times. And it just didn't do it for me. So I do not recommend picking up Thoughts or Things unless you're just starting out in either law of attraction, thinking that you can be wealthy, thinking that you can have the life that you want. So only pick it up if you're just beginning this journey of bettering some part of your life. And I look at it in 4 areas: health, wealth, love, and happiness. If you are to pick up a book, it is certainly You Were Born Rich, which has been around since the 80s. Highly recommend it. I think 97. Okay, maybe that's when this was written. But anyway, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, not us. And listen, I'm going to be putting out a lot more books. The book that I'm reading right now is The Habit book, and it's amazing. It's the best-selling book about habits and cueing. Just a little overview. You have a cue. You do something, and then there's a reward. So there's a cue, like I see chocolate, I eat the chocolate, and the reward is it tastes good. So it's a whole cyclical process that you can break the habit of certain things. So I'll be talking about that next. It's a little in depth, so it's going to take me some time. But anyway, I wouldn't recommend it unless you're just starting out. If you're advanced, then You Were Born Rich, T. Harv Eker, any of the other books behind me. Let me know if you have anything that you want me to read. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. I'll talk to you guys soon.